Can you briefly introduce yourself, please?
Yeah. I'm Rita Mishra, and I'm working with a youth organization called Patang, which means kite, in Sambalpur, Orissa. And I'm one of the founder members of that organization, and the organization started in the year 2003. And this organization actually is a first incubation of Prava, in the sense whatever I learned from Prava, how to work with young people, I just try to take it back to my native place where there is no platform for young people. So yeah, I'm just working with them.
Great. And you've been one of the facilitators of the youth track, which started yesterday. Can you tell us a little bit about how that went?
Oh yes, I just love to do that, in the sense when we started we were a little apprehensive because the age range was like from 17 to 30, and the young people are from different regions, from different cultures, they're speaking different languages. But the kind of contribution I saw and the way they participated yesterday in the discussion of active citizenship, it was really something. I really learned a lot from that process. The way they participate, the way they really give space to others, and at the same time they try to listen to each other, was also open to hear others' voices. I enjoyed, and the kind of challenges they have been encountering during the process of being an active citizen was very inspiring, in the sense they don't have money, and some people, they don't get any recognition from the immediate family and community, but the passion with which they work, and I'm just feeling very privileged to work with them, in the sense when just at the age of 17, 18, and when in their early 20s, they have so much exposure to the outside world, and they have a vision for the world. When I was in that age, I think I just had a vision for myself, or maybe that was still confused and blurred. But the main thing is they're very keen on sharing what they're feeling about the journey of a young active citizen, and they would like to share it to the audience here, or like to contribute to the consultation, because they feel the interface doesn't happen all the time, and most of the time they are at the receiving end. So they really want to share a lot. I think that's my take on from the yesterday's discussion.
Great. And from your perspective and what you've heard from the young people, what do you think we should do beyond having their voices heard at this consultation, around active citizenship now and after the consultation also?
I really feel we have to work at both levels, in the sense we have to mobilize a lot of young people. We have to create awareness about it. We have to create opportunities for young people, that there is a need. They can do so much, and they can contribute to motivate them, and also make them aware of the benefits of being an active citizen. But at the same breath, I would like to share that we as adults also have to challenge ourselves a lot, because I feel we don't listen to them, and many times we really have a stereotypical image of a young person, and we don't try to reflect on when we were young and how we were feeling about it, and how what kind of potential we felt at that time we had, and what we felt when we were not given opportunities. But I think we don't want to challenge ourselves. So I just want it should happen at both the levels. So maybe more other stakeholders, like the parents, the teachers, because when you would want to work with young people, you have to go to the educational institutions, but there is very little representation here. So they are the organizations which really need to open up, and they should be interested in listening to the young people and to challenge themselves, saying their own thoughts about young people. I think that's needed.
Great, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.